and and you see just sort of six different people sort of trapped neck deep in the frozen lake, like their heads are above.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And there's a sort of indent in the frozen lake where it is liquid. That's where the boat stops off. That's your sort of dock.
Mm-hmm. Gonna discern realities on the frozen lake itself. I know. Oh no, I guess not.
No.
I know we've been doing it a lot, but it's a cautious time, you know.
Yeah.
When you're in the realm of despair, you gotta ask questions. I guess we gotta just.
That's how you know the despair's gotten you, when you stop asking questions.
And standing in the middle of this frozen lake is a shimmering form. Like, it's basically foggy water, shimmering and floating in the vague form of a humanoid. You could choose to see this as disturbing. You could also choose to see this as Bubble Buddy.
I'll go with disturbing. Aegis is disturbed by this.
Nice.
Azor raises her eyebrow. I was gonna say an eyebrow, but
the eyebrow.
Yeah.
Aegis calls out. So you wanted to see us?
You hear in your mind just, why fight? Why try?
Why try to step back in time to when our lives were more simple?
You run this place?
No one runs anything.
Oh my god.
It's like talking shit.
I'm gonna kick this guy.
You know,
I'm gonna kick this guy's ass.
No, you know what? Zora just turns to Aegis and says, I like this guy. He talks some sense.
Aegis is just pulling that face that Matt did in season 2 of Daredevil after the whole Elektra thing. He's having an aneurysm.
That's not... Azor does say that in character. Like, she just in very deadpan says that. I like this guy. He talks some sense. Well, I feel like he gets it, you know?
Aegis just ignores that, looks back. We already got 6. Seems like a pretty good reason to keep going.
I like this idea that Azora isn't even going to do the wisdom check. For some sake. She's just giving in.
I wouldn't say giving in. I mean, okay, no, Azora is joking. Like, that's her attempt at a joke in character.
I feel that Aegis picked up on that, but just decided to blow past it. But yeah, Aegis just yells, we already got 6 back. Seems like a good reason to keep going.
6 back where?
Oh, he doesn't know.
To a war-torn land.
He does.
To a war-torn land. No one to love. No one to hate.
Look, I already had this argument with him, and that was with, like, paradise, not hell. I don't think you're going to convince him.
Yeah, and besides, you know, the whole dad and daughter thing kind of already throws out that whole no one to love, so can we just move on?
What worth is your world?
Jesus.
Can I just throw a javelin at this guy? Can I just throw a javelin at this fucking nerd?
You could.
Yeah, Aegis just like steps forward and says, oh fuck this. Like, he just says out loud, oh fuck this, and just throws a javelin at him. Let's do the thing. It's gonna go right through him and do nothing anyway, but hey. Should I roll damage?
Your javelin succumbs to despair.
The javelin just starts weeping, which rusts it up a little bit. Yeah,
Why
he just falls
try?
into despair and goes, yeah, like, yeah.
Why try? Why do anything?
Because it's
Okay, well, if you fight
Why
back,
would-
you're a bitch.
Roll wisdom.
Blue skies, come ease the pain.
Oh. So you're hit with a bout of depression.
I don't know how to roleplay that. I don't know how to.
You remember.
I crumple up on the. I break out my notepad and just start writing some poetry. Just.
You remember the hope of the summer swords. You see your former mercenary comrades appear before you as sort of vague ghosts. All with wartime injuries, all at each other's throats. You see the land you left behind to come to Hemlock, still the same, all the same.
You're just
You
giving me more
see-
reason to be right back up there.
You see a voice in your mind just starts to tell you in your own voice that there is nothing. There is nothing out there. There's nothing worth fighting for. There's nothing worth living for. There's nothing even worth dying for.
yes, there is. Yes, there is. You fool.
Axe roll
hey,
wisdom.
Axe, you can't hear that.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, Axe is my fulcrum. Can I warn him?
Yeah.
Can I warn
No.
him not to listen to the forts? Not to listen?
No.
Come on.
Roll wisdom, Axe.
He's my fulcrum. Oh, he didn't
All right,
need it.
Axe, you're fine.
Damn
Your
voices in
intrusive
head.
thoughts. Yeah.
That feel when too depressed to tell your allies, look out for the voices.
Azora,
Yep,
you shall roll wisdom now.
look at that.
Wow.
It's almost
So-
like we've already hit rock
Yeah.
bottom.
So Aegis, you're paralyzed by despair.
It's like Danganronpa.
What's your problem?
Aegis is just crying on the floor, I guess.
You just feel the helplessness of the weight of you feel the weight of the world's problems all barrel down on you.
So
Axe
Aegis,
side.
so Aegis does kind of like fall down on his knees, and he's just kind of staring blankly ahead at the figure that he was arguing with a moment ago.
Axios sighs and picks him up on
You're
his
basically
shoulder.
forced to confront existentialism.
But yeah,
Ah, fuck that
Axe-
shit.
Axe picks him up and carries him on his shoulder like he just slung over. This one broken.
So, but do Axe and I still hear like the whispers or whatever? Just like,
Yeah.
not quite. Azora does just sort of like, scrunch up her face. Really? Are you trying to make us cave into despair? Do you know who you're doing this to?
It's not. I may be the wrong person to talk here, but it's almost like he's got magical despair that just
Yeah.
it rolls harder than real despair.
Actually, Axios turns around. Azora, who you talking to?
True. You have magic too to resist this.
Oh yeah, I do.
He's just hearing nothing. He's just the deaf man of the group right now.
Well, when he hears
Look
something, he just
before you. Look at all these poor creatures and people that have given up. And
Yeah, I see that every time I look in a mirror.
there's and like by the way, at this point you can like see like within like the frozen lake mass, like there like there are basically like these dark like deep sea looking like shark things that are swimming around in it that occasionally just take nibbles at the people who are trapped neck deep.
Okay, actually, gonna try and discern realities on the people neck deep. Dear God, I hope this goes well. Oh, thank God.
Always cheers me up.
It's a good song.
I'm more of a Wild West hero guy now, but hey. Good song.
I feel like Don't Bring Me Down would also be relevant.
Yeah, this guy
That would
needs
be
to hear
very
that
relevant.
Song. Especially if his name is Bruce.
So, what here is useful or valuable to me? Which is really basically, and this is specifically, Azor's trying to figure out just how she could even free these people. Like, Azor's just trying to figure out, like, okay, well and good resistance thing. What should she do now? Like, she's trying to figure out what here is something she could even attempt.
Right. So. What here is useful or valuable to you? Their names.
Ooh, okay. Oh, the tombstones! We read their names.
What are your other two questions?
What should I be on the lookout for, I guess?
You should be on the lookout for... You should be on the lookout for potentially what could happen to this frozen lake suspended in the void if things get a little hairy.
Ah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So probably don't go, like, just... Don't try and kill this guy. Probably would not be for the best.
Wow.
That's actually good. Yeah, that's
Last question.
good to know. You guys have any suggestions?
Sorry, which two have you asked so far?
Be on the lookout for and useful or valuable to me.
I'm always a big fan of what here is not what it appears to be, but
Yeah, you know, that's a solid one.
I don't know how relevant that seems here, though.
what's about
I
to
mean,
happen,
maybe.
maybe?
What? Yeah.
I will tell you what here is not what it appears. It would be relevant.
Oh, it would? Okay, sure. We'll go with that then.
All right. So, that water mass talking to you, that's not the Overlord.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
That is good.
That's
That's the secretary.
It seems to be talking, like every time it's spoken, it's had a different voice.
Ooh, interesting. I wonder if it's
Those might be the six who've realized the truth.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Azor. I don't know. Do you have 6 names for them?
I can give you a name for one of them.
Okay.
Let's see. Alanis.
Wait, Alanis?
Alanis, like Alanis Morissette.
Okay. Is that their full name?
Alanis Brizana.
Alanis Brazana.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the name. Azor, looking at the people, calls out the name to see if she gets any reaction from any of them.
One of the heads, a woman, shifts its eyes slightly towards you, as a few fish come up to nibble at her body, and she immediately closes her eyes. And the water mass tells you their names are not their names.
All of their names are not important.
Yeah, their names are irrelevant.
What is
No,
important?
it's not irrelevant. It's Alanis.
The names do not matter.
Azora just like was there any information on the tombstone other than the date
No,
or the name, not the
no,
date?
it was just the name.
Yeah. Azora just says to Alanis, I can get you out of here right now. Am I getting any? Oh, this is like a charisma thing, though. Shit.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, yep, it is.
Who has charisma?
Me,
Axe
but
doesn't.
you know, kind of fucked right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Aegis is currently just like reading.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna start
Actually,
talking to
wait.
Alanis about how,
Before you do, Axe wanna do something. He wanna try and
Yeah.
shake Aegis to his senses. Literally
Yeah.
shake him. Fucking get a hold of yourself. Neil, can I roll strength to just shake him up and down?
No. Roll a 2d6 plus bonds,
Okay.
and I'll let Aegis roll another wisdom save.
I'm not liking my
Right.
odds, but let's do it.
Oh,
Can I roll charisma for just yelling at Alanis?
If you roll this badly, you shake me too much, and it's like shaking a baby. It's just
Ouch.
ooh. Have we ever just seen a 1?
I don't think it's been a long time. If we have,
this
just
map?
Azora's like, I know life is brutal and miserable, and some days you just lose absolutely everything. And I mean, I've given up, but I'm still going on a miserable existence of endanger.
Yeah, all that happens is she actually like falls further down. her mouth is now within
Azora has officially given the worst pep talk
yeah,
of all time.
she just has her nose above now, and the water mass speaks to you by just saying, there is no, they know, they've learned, there is no difference between here and there.
But yeah,
The
Axe still
sky
shake
isn't
his-
green outside.
But yeah, Axe
All right.
will still shake his
Yeah,
head.
roll
Changes.
wisdom, Aegis.
Okay.
Can I also help? Or is it too
No,
late?
you've done
Yeah.
enough.
Nah.
damage.
Yeah. Ouch.
It's better before, I guess.
All right, yeah. Aegis, you're starting to realize that you've still got a few intrusive thoughts, but you know you're starting to realize that you shouldn't dawdle.
Yeah.
And at this point, Axe starts smacking him.
No,
I'm already coming to. I'm like, Axe, cheers for that, mate. And you're just slapping me like, come do.
Azora does like stop Axe slapping it and just like, Aegis, I'm no good to these people. I don't have anything for them. But you've stayed optimistic despite everything. You need to talk to them. You need to help them.
Also, why are you two talking with yourself?
You can't hear them.
Hear what?
They get in your head in here.
He's got magic schmagic.
No, that's Aegis in character is saying that.
Mhm.
But yeah, Aegis just kind of like clambers to his feet and just says, Alanis. Right?
She doesn't need a name.
Yeah, she's got one. You can't rip that from her. You can try all you want. You got your river, you got your tricks, but we already clawed several people out of here, and you can be right there with them. You just have to stop.
Her name starts with an A. She can join our party.
Yeah.
What is the difference between living in here and living out there?
Out there, you're not
Despair
stuck.
all the same.
Out there, you can fight it. You can tell it to fuck off right to its face. Like Aegis just like puts the spear up and said, "This keeps my problems at bay. Does it pretty well."
Why fight a losing battle? It's inevitable that despair takes hold. It's inevitable.
That's bullshit cowardice, and you know it. You just want to believe it because you fucking gave in.
Roll charisma.
Hey, So you want to help
Actually,
me?
Azora, you can roll.
Yeah.
I'll let you roll plus bonds on this, since
Nice.
you're the one who encouraged him to do this.
Oops.
I was the one who smacked him.
The big
Okay,
red mark
fine.
on my face is a sign of my pride.
You know what? Fine, we'll let this be a double assist.
It's the power
Two
of friendship
of that
coming
this
through.
session. Can't believe it. Well, Axe.
Roll it.
Fine, I'll assist this puny man.
Hey, can I share some halfling pipe leaf with to
Sure,
parlay?
yeah.
Alright, everyone's
Alright,
at risk.
roll charisma.
Everyone's at risk. This is +2, so technically a +3 overall. Alright. 8. That was needed. That was fucking very helpful.
Nice.
Hey,
okay.
you know, I have 6 uses of pipe leaf. Maybe if we just toked each of these people the fuck up.
So, you say, like, your speech, and, like, the water spirit, like, flinches, and, a piece of it flies off towards where Alanis was.
Huh?
And, her head starts to rise above the water.
Are we gonna have to give a seminar to each of these, to all 6 of these guys?
It's Undertale!
Oh, okay, I'm leaving. I get back on the boat and I leave.
Wow.
Aegis decides, you know what? Let him have him.
I'm out.
I can't believe we're doing Undertale.
How is this Undertale? I've never...
The final boss of Undertale is basically...
Aren't
So,
there 3
like-
of those?
Well, yeah, but, like, in one of them, it's like there are the other, like, lost, corrupted spirits who have, like, given into despair, and you basically need to give them, like, pep talks in between attacks to the dialogue trees so that it frees
Well,
each
this
of them.
isn't between
it
attacks, so it's
and it-
nothing like Undertale.
And it takes their soul away, so, like, from the boss, so, like, it's taking away the fragments that are giving it power as each
Well,
one's
this
getting-
isn't between attacks, so it's nothing like Undertale.
Oh,
so,
true.
I
yeah.
don't see any skeletons.
I just want
Just look inside your own
I
body.
don't see any unfunny skeletons.
I just want to point out, was this like the music that just played in your head as soon as you realized?
Is
Probably
that
not.
Megalovania?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, you went for
that's the
most
wrong
ba-
boss fight. Anyways, that's
You went for
completely
the
wrong.
The easiest
That's
jab.
the only thing I know. Fucking
That's not true. You know, you don't. It's not the only thing you know about Undertale. You know, it was made by Toby Fox. And he also contributed music to Yeek, and
So yeah, the water spirit just says we each one of these people from a different age, a different time. Who knows what's waiting out there for them?
So you're saying it is different outside?
It's no different in despair. It's just
No,
unknown.
different times are different amounts of despair. There are golden ages and there are bad ages. I'm gonna logic despair out of this bitch.
At least here it's consistent.
Consistent is shit. That's stagnant. No one wants that. It's dumb.
Me don't know. Me say it's pretty shit outside too. You know.
Axe. Shut the fuck up. You're undercutting my case.
No, Axe, you know what Axe does, or Azora does, like, just grab Axe, like, basically by the collar and pull him in and look, listen, you know that, and I know that, but right now that's bullshit, and that doesn't help us. Right now, he's the only one who can help these people, who can stop this.
And
these people still have a chance.
Aegis just leans in. Look, you two have to, like, pretend to be happy for a few minutes, okay? Hard as that might be.
Oh, it's okay. Axe can be happy.
Oh, good. We'll break it out then, because that fucks with this guy. Why is this, like, the most trailer park boys get dumb scheme get together? It's like we want it together. We'll defeat him by pretending to be happy.
Alright, the water spirit just floats forward and says, you already buckled once under the pressure of despair.
You tricked me. You had to create fakeries to do it. You had to lie to me to do it. That seems pretty empty to me. If you have to lie
That's
for
agreed.
it, it doesn't work. Doesn't count.
So,
He points towards. He motions for the two gray teacher creatures to come forward. And they produce a cup, a grail actually, of which he pours his own water into it.
is it a cup
And
in the shape of
says-
a head?
No. And he gives you the grail of the despair water and just says, "Drink of the cup. If you're still standing, you can take them."
Azora immediately is going to walk up and just take it and actually, let's first discern realities. Let's not be.
Hey,
Oh no, we're dumb.
You stole
And also,
mine.
it's directed at Aegis.
Yeah, I want
Aegis
to
is
try and
one
take this
arguing
for
with.
Aegis.
No,
Yeah.
Aegis is the one being argued with.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
his
like I have
fucking
to. I feel it
piss.
kind of undercuts the point if it's not me. But
Does
I'm
it-
gonna try and discern realities.
Is it? I feel. Why do I have a feeling this is like an Abakio situation?
Huh, I've actually really wanted that. I needed that.
You could have asked us for help. We could have been your pep talk.
I need help with discerning reality. Hey, you know, there's no time. You can help me now. You can just like stand around and go chug, 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 chug.
Chug,
Which probably
chug,
wouldn't
chug.
raise my spirits at all, actually.
Azora
Max is
Azora
gonna do
is
that.
actually going to raise the point. Why does it have to be him?
He's
Like,
the
you know,
one
sincerely,
engaging.
If I have to ingest pure liquid despair for you to make your point, surely it doesn't count. It's like asking someone to prove poison doesn't work by asking them to ingest it. You're just gonna kill them.
Drink of the cup, and they can go free.
You know, Axe starting to get the feeling
You
that
believe
this
this
guy...
despair is fake? Prove it.
It's fake even if I do drink this and feel despair. It's false, it's illusory, it's brought on by your tricks.
An illusory can't last very long.
That's not
Access
true
que-
at all! That's actually genuine. Hey, this is just like having a petty argument about words with the despair monster who's not gonna be logicked out of his fucking nature.
You're afraid of the. You're afraid.
Axe's question to this Mr. Despair.
You're not involved.
No, but Axe's just question. What
Your
stops
question
us-
won't be answered. Are you
What the-
afraid of the cup or not?
what stops us from just beating your ass?
He.
Azora
doesn't
then
even
just does
answer.
turn. Axe, look at where we are standing right now.
Oh,
Aegis just like locks eyes with him. And you know what? Aegis downs it.
Nice.
good.
Okay, so you have drank from the cup of despair.
And then it happens. He sees in his
Actually,
mind.
I think it's so. Like, you just like immediately do that without announcing that you're going to. I think
Yeah.
from the way you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was him like taunting, you know, you're scared of the cup.
Yeah, but no.
Azora does like seeing him do it at the moment, right? Does like immediately like call out like worried, tries to stop him but too late.
Axe is like, whoa. But Snake inside your mind. See
I just hope he's good to his word and he'll let those two fucking go.
the avatar of
Be pro-
despair.
Roll con, int, and whiz.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, hey, I'm smart. Do I
Oh,
get
you-
2 XP out of that?
No. This is mostly some just seeing how the narrative goes. This is not really a failure. Let's see. You are overwhelmed with a feeling. You feel physically very weak right now. Like if the wind were to if there were a light breeze, like you'd snap in half. And furthermore, you see, you see basically the lives, like the helplessness of six different points of views. Like you are seeing out of 6 pairs of eyes right now. And you
Not so
feel
early.
the weight of all their sadness. But you know it's not real.
Okay, yeah. So Aegis just kind of like crumples on.
You like the feelings. It feels like everything's like horrendous, but you know for a damn fact that none of this is real.
Okay, yeah. So Aegis just probably crumples to the ground, but he's still looking up at the figure, and he just says, he's just like weakly saying, "It's all fake.
And you know it'll pass.
It's all fake. They were out of here, they wouldn't feel this way. It only works in here. And if I could stand on my own 2 feet right now, I'd kick the shit out of you."
Then do it. Then stand.
Can I try?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, he just struggles to his feet and just like weakly staggers forward and like throws a punch at the figure. And he knows, by the way, I know that's what happens when
Yeah.
he tries. He's just making a fucking show.
Roll
this.
strength. Right. So you weakly throw a punch, and let's say it lands in his cheek. As it just his head moves very weakly in time with the fist, as your kind of fist is in like his water, and you can see the thing staring at you into your soul as you are staring into its soul. And let's see.
See, the problem for you is there's 2 more people right behind me.
Ooh, that's true. Roll a flat 2d6.
Well, not great.
Huh.
My luck is a fuck.
It looks at you. You can see it staring. A battle between your souls basically begins to take place as you lock view with it.
How does this
And
look from
in
the outside?
they're basically just staring into each other. Aegis buckling with his legs buckling as his fist is just sort of limply like inside the thing's face. And after a while, Aegis's soul wins. The water creature dissipates, and the six people are all sort of just pushed up out of the lake.
Azora sort of is there to like sort of catch and support Aegis as soon as like the water being dissipates.
What happened?
And all 6 of them are unconscious.
Oh,
Aegis
great.
is just kind of like tired and drunk and just like really wobbly, and he just kind of mutters, "I've pissed beings harder than you."
Damn.
Azora sort of, like...
Kidney stones or real
You know what?
despair.
Azora does actually smile a little bit. And then calls to... Oh, actually, what are the 2 teacher fuckers doing?
The teacher creatures? Yeah, they throw something down on the floor for you. No. Actually, no. One of the teacher creatures just leans down in front of Aegis and
Azora has
simply
her hand on her sword.
and simply hands him a and simply hands him a simple wooden pole arm that
Interesting.
looks like it would fit with the boat to turn it around.
I see.
No need to rebuild the
And-
boat
Yeah,
facing
and
the other direction.
they promptly turn around and just walk off the edge.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Zora says to Axe, best to start loading them on.
Fine. Axe is just gonna load several on his shoulders.
So yeah, Aegis, I would like you to please mark Shaky.
Alrighty.
We might have to carry these guys out in a couple trips, but you know.
We can load them on.
No,
we
no,
can
they
load 'em
can
on the
all
boat.
fit. They can all fit on the same.
No, I don't mean on the boat. I mean
Alright.
actually taking them the rest of the
Right.
way. I don't think we can carry 6 bodies right now.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you know.
We'll make a sledge.
Especially since
and-
I doubt Aegis can really carry a
Yeah.
body.
Yeah,
Like maybe Axe.
but we
can
could just
or
take
Zora,
10 on
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So it's just a very slow.
So these people, not
yeah.
literally, but they did drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. So yeah, the trip back is you're still taking the trip back through the ethereal realm of despair. You do wind up back up at the end of the staircase. And yeah, so how silent is the trip back?
At one point Azora is very much keeping her eyes on Aegis.
I do think after you deposit me outside, like, I'm not coming back in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably for the best. Azora does that when they get back outside. She asks him how he's feeling.
Never felt better.
You okay there, little man?
It's fine, I've drank enough. I've drank a lot in my time.
Azora does raise up her visor to ask that, and then just after that, sort of stands up and just says, "You're a brave man," and flips down the visor and an inspiration, and walks back in to pull out the rest.
You just there's a pause, he's kind of stunned by that genuine compliment. You just hear him weakly shout, "Thank you."
Actually, at this
Alright,
moment, Axe
yeah.
kind of leans into Aegis and says, she kind of cool.
Yeah. You're
Alright,
kind of
and,
cool, Axe. You're kind of cool.
Oh, thank you.
And the rest of the gravestones crumble.
Oh,
So end
by
of
the way-
session.
by the way, as Aegis says that, Axe just said, "Oh, you," and slaps him on the back so hard he flies forward.
Yeah.
I fly back
Into
into
the
the
realm.
house, and you
Alright,
just notice
so-
that my tag fell off.
End the session.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Bonds? Any bonds advanced?
Ooh, yeah, definitely. But I'm gonna need to
Hmm.
All right.
pull those up in the first place.
Well, while you do that, while you write up and think through your bonds, take a look at in the Discord.
Ooh, wow.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's okay, yeah. I was wondering why I got a 5 and won a Battle of Souls, but
Yeah.
that makes it feel good.
Wow, that's really funny though. That Thistlewick wasn't even that strong-willed. The guy was just a little bitch.
This'll work.
Or
Are you-
fuck Aegis. I don't know. We were talking about those Tarrant kids, and Thistlewick's been
Oh,
on
yeah.
my mind since.
I have a question here. What would have happened if he lost? Would it have taken over his body or what?
He would have become depressed like Azora.
It would have been a pretty deep combat scenario.
And then Axe would have been the happy boy.
Would have been a pretty dangerous one too. And oh yeah, and also, probably a few of, if not all of those victims would have died.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So there you go.
I'm trying to work because my one is just with Azora. My new one with Azora is like way too positive.
I'm trying to think. I don't really think any of my bonds have really advanced, so to speak. I'm kind of bad. I'm always bad with bonds.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm trying to work out how to make this actionable. It's not like the old one. This one's just like really, really positive, and it's like, what is the little fly in the ointment with this?
What the?
I don't think it necessarily always has to have a fly in an ointment, just so much as it has to have room to change, you know?
I notice Austin's back to anime girl. PFP.
What was Austin before? I thought Austin had been this for a while.
He had some pixel art, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's had Jill from Valhalla. That was anime girl and pixel art.
And animated.
So I have one of mine. So with some more time to consider things, Aegis seemed to have calmed down and was more amicable to my position. I appreciate his understanding greatly. That has become Aegis is a brave ally. He has been willing to go to great lengths to help with things that were important to me, even if he didn't want to. I tentatively have that one right now.
Alright.
Then we also have...
Yeah, no, I'm trying to...
Alright, I might change the wording later, but... the one I do have with Azora now, it's gone from Azora's idea of protecting people is hardline to a frustrating degree. Is protection okay if it's little more than imprisonment? Her heart is in the right place, but I can never agree with what she'd want of people. I feel like with that has changed a lot. Like, how many people would willingly go, I'm going to walk into the realm of despair just to save a bunch of strangers for no pay? Like, no ulterior motive in doing so. So, I just changed to Azora is someone I want in my corner. We're going to disagree at times on how to protect people, but I can see she's the kind of person I want to work with. But how often will we butt heads over how we operate? I think I just need to cut off the fucking first half of that, because it's the same thing twice.
Yeah, but we got the general idea.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Azora is the kind of person I want to work with. Yeah, there we go, I can just start it there. Azora is the kind of person
Any
I want
change
to work
bond with Axe?
I am going to work on that.
Because Axe did show a bit more of his recklessness this session.
Axe's rage has a focus, being confined held against one's will. I mean, it was kind of in the situation where he was freeing people from that scenario, so... You can see... Axe's past is going to make him act out. It may be helpful to a point. But it's
I would also put forward that this session, I think in this session we really saw with Axe. I don't know, Sweet, you can disagree, but it seems to me that Axe seems to have a hammer and view every problem as a nail.
Yeah.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Like, you were lucky that those cone creatures were not victims in disguise.
Alright, I know how to.
Yeah.
I've got mine. So, Axe's rage is a focus. Being confined, held against one's will is his bane. I should learn more about that. That has changed to Axe relies on anger, welcomes and relishes in it, and I worry one day it will break him.
That's good.
Axe's anger is fine.
I think I did update both. 7 of 12? 9 of 12.
I forget, Sweet, did you have ideas for change bonds, or?
No, I was just thinking one, but it's basically the same as right now, but it would just be rewarded.
Right. That's fine. If you come up with one after game, you can feel free to change it and DM me. But Azora, do you have one with Axe?
Yeah, so one hasn't changed. Axe had everything taken from him and probably lost more than I did. I need to remember just what other people can have to lose. That hasn't changed. What has changed, though, I had Alex. That's his old name. It was Axel. That's right. Anyway. Axel can behave recklessly and dangerously. I need to keep more of an eye on him. That has gotten a lot stronger. Axe can be a strong ally, but he can also be a bit of a liability in combat I need to mind. His aggression can lead to bad decisions. That's not just about attacking the flesh guys. He also, like, just in the eyeball fight, like, the first one in the hallway, Azora was, like, pretty much fine on her own, but in a lot more danger because she was also trying to drag Axe out of that hallway because he was, like, charging in and being over-aggressive.
Yeah.
And at other points, he's been, dangerously gung-ho and, like, making bad... And there was another point, too. She had... More than once did Azora have to drag Axe forcefully out of the fight.
Yeah.
Which could be a problem. Oh, and then I also had one more with Aegis I hadn't read yet.
Okay.
So, the previous one was, I understand more why Aegis enjoys the mercenary lifestyle so much. He relishes freedom above all else. He would rather suffer in honesty than be safe and sheltered. Knowledge and freedom is more important than happiness to him. I might tweak this a bit, but my current version of this, Aegis has an interestingly pragmatic worldview. He seems to not even really believe in suffering or despair, and has an impressive ability to ignore it.
Nice.
I wouldn't disagree with that notion. I think it's more that Aegis does recognize suffering. He just thinks, as long as you're still kicking, you can fight it and change it.
Right.
Like, throwing in the towel just isn't an option to him.
He's good at just not letting it phase. I think he believes in, even if he thinks it can happen, he doesn't really see it as, like, inherently truthful, I guess, or he sees it no matter how much as an exception versus a rule. And, like, even if they're suffering now, once it's over, and it will be over,
Hmm.
Well, Azora, did you defend those weaker than you?
I would say that I did, yeah,
You did, definitely. Take an XP for that. Aegis, did you help your fulcrum at great risk to yourself?
I have no idea.
You did.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I'll tell you
you
right
kidding?
now.
Yeah,
You literally did. You threw a javelin at a chair that was aimed at an Azora who frankly could have handled it quite a bit better than you did. And
I felt I had to reclaim my position as doing a cool thing.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
I couldn't contribute anything.
that
And then
was
it's like-
great risk to yourself. Take an XP.
Yeah, you could. A chair was flying at the character with the most health at the moment with 5
And the
armor,
most-
and instead the other people on significantly lower health with significantly less armor both got hit by it.
Look, Aegis isn't like a master of geometry, so there was no way he could have predicted that the throw of the javelin would not only split in half, but perfectly in the way it would hit everyone else in the room.
Azora really didn't respond to that enough. Like, dude,
Axe,
What
did you learn
response is
something
there? It's
new
not like he did it.
about a location
No
or
way to
culture?
predict that.
Did I? Did I?
Did
Did
you?
I?
You learn the culture of the realm of despair.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, you learned that location was going into the realm of despair. So there you go.
Yeah.
You literally learned something new about a location. All right, take an XP for that. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Exercising that place is above his pay grade.
we also learned quite a bit more about. Well, we learned what the place is, that it's the realm of despair.
Yeah.
We didn't even know that before, and we learned a lot about how it works. We also learned some stuff about. I don't know, that guy's like 300 years old. We could probably learn something there.
No, he doesn't
Yeah.
remember anything. I tried to ask him. He's like, no.
Oh
I
no,
don't- I don't
he said he
remember.
doesn't remember if anything around here was different.
Oh, right. He might know
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Well, I
What
asked
does
him
he
what
do?
the world...
you just
no, I
kind of
asked
asked
what the
him
world-
how different things were.
No,
when
I
all
asked him
he
what it
could-
was like. I asked him what 372 was like.
Oh,
37.
well, again,
chosen-
he
yeah.
just didn't have a response because like he doesn't know what it's like now. He doesn't-
Fair enough.
yeah, there's
I
no
mean-
point of reference.
We were all dancing the Charleston, and
Here's a question, Neo.
Uh,
Does ignores armor count as a piercing tag? It's just piercing infinity.
no, No.
No. Okay. Interesting.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Yes.
Despair.
Yeah.
Despair and
Alright, take an XP for that. Did
I
you loot a
leveled up.
memorable treasure?
people.
We looted a
100-year-old
300-year-old man.
Yeah.
Uh, he's not property.
We looted him.
Unless you're gonna take a really stark moral turn next session. He's not. I don't
No,
think he's
okay,
your
I'm
property.
just gonna say Axe would be so against slavery.
You'll get Axe would be so
I mean,
against
I don't think either of us would be pro-slavery either.
Yeah, it'll be weird if next session Aegis, the rampant individualist, is gonna come out as like, I don't know, slavery though.
Let's just own this man that we just. That's good. Well, okay. Maybe so memorable treasure. I guess you have that goo thing in a jar.
Oh, true. We do have that.
We do have
Yeah,
goo in a jar.
The
Living
adhesive
goo.
slime. Yeah, the adhesive slime. We'll call it that.
We should have looted that corpse just to have that as well. I don't know. We could have stuffed it. That would have been a good
Alright.
a good company mascot as you walk
So
in.
take
and
an
get that.
XP for that and take an XP for playing. Well gamed.
I've
Thank
leveled
you.
up. I'm level
Same.
6. Fucking.
I'm level 6.
Nice.
That
That was a good session.
I like that.
a lot. Yeah.
That was fun.
It felt like what our party was meant to do.
Should
Yeah,
I
there's-
spend the level up now, or should I hold on to it?
There's no reason to spend it now.
Okay, well I meant like technically for camp, but I'll hold on to it.
Oh, I see what you meant. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I already did my level up.